Hi everybody, it's me, Crystal BH10. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you want to become a Tiger Fairy. This is actually a story time instead of a movie review. Because back to school is going on. I'm going to tell you guys sort of like what happened, how I figured out what's wrong with me and stuff like that throughout school. Okay, my elementary school was tough-ish, but it wasn't too difficult. Like, I could figure stuff out. Middle school, where it's less pictures, I was starting to struggle a little bit more, and then I got an IEP. Now, I wish that after I got the IEP, or right before, whatever, I wish someone had pulled me aside and given me like some sort of test to see what type of learner I am. And by the time I was in middle school, I was pretty much self-aware of issues that I had. And these issues were just, like, I knew about ADHD. I knew I had it from age 9, no big deal. And so, like, I understood pretty much that I was hyper because I had ADHD. I also understood that I had a harder time focusing because I had ADHD. It's just how it was for me. Like, no big deal. Now, in middle school, I guess my mom figured out that I was falling behind. In my opinion, I was always falling behind. Always. Not just a little bit. Well, yeah, I was always slightly behind my class. And that is just because I am harder to teach. I want to learn, though. That's the thing. I really want to learn. Rosebud's here. Hi, Rosebud. I don't know what's wrong with her. But, so, like, that's the thing for me. I always been the type to want to learn. But at the same time, it's hard to learn. So I'd get people frustrated, but they're still willing to help me because I'm wanting to learn. And I am that type of person too. Like, if you want to learn, I'm willing to teach you. But if you're not going to put half the effort, then why should I teach you? I'm with my family and friends. So in middle school, I got an IEP. I didn't know, like, understood. So all of a sudden, I was put in this room with all these adults, all these teachers trying to help me, trying to figure out what's wrong with me. No one is figuring it out, okay? But they all knew that I was behind. And like I said, I've always been behind. It's no big deal. Heck, I was a grade behind after first grade. So then when I got into high school, school was getting nearly impossible to keep up grades. I didn't even have a job. School was so hard. I had jobs throughout the summer. They were like volunteer stuff, no big deal. And I had like one actual job in my life. But school was so hard. Straight up. And I don't blame my teachers. I never will. Because they wanted to teach me. Because I am the type of person that wanted to learn. I will blame you if you're like, you can't learn anything. So, my senior year, first semester, I was going through a lot. I ended up with a humongous panic attack at IHOP, where I was working for Job Club. And I ended up having to quit because of it, and because there was a lot going on. I was trying to figure out whether I was going to go to college, whether I was going to do this or that, and how am I going to make ends meet and all that other stuff. Second semester, I was like, I gotta figure out how am I going to get all this stuff going. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? So I decided to do one thing. It's so inconvenient, but I did it. Okay? I looked into, I had to figure out myself, what is the quickest way to learn? What is the quickest way? Pretty much what's the quickest way? And this is where I've learned that everybody can learn. They just learn differently. So school teaches auditory and mainly auditory learners. So there's no point in me being in college. So I think actually I was trying to go into college, but nowadays, it's college is not a good option for me because college is not going to teach me anything. I'm just going to be confused. Plus, what I'd prefer to be in, which is YouTube, which is actually acting and stuff, and I've been fighting for that for so long, and I always am told no, no, no. My first no was in high school, my freshman year. But, so, I'm in my second semester, and I'm trying to cram in as much as I can in this little head for finals. English was the hardest class for me because it's all auditory. Yeah, sure, they would show films of what we just read, the movies, but that didn't help me because that was after the test. So what did I do? I was like, how am I going to soak up all this information for this book? I can't remember what book it was first, but I was like, I have a YouTube account. This might be interesting. So, instead of me reading the book, because reading for me, just words on a page overwhelms me completely. I don't know why. It just overwhelms me. So I tried audiobooks. Still, nothing was soaking up in this head. So I'm like, how am I going to get all this information in this head? So I was like, YouTube might help me. So I go on YouTube, look up the book title. Let's say it was To Kill a Mockingbird. That's a sophomore book though. So let's say it was for To Kill a Mockingbird. I would look it up, and there I would watch it. And then when I took the test, or even the quizzes, I'd be making better grades. Also, I remember my senior year, we were doing spelling tests for the ACT, it was the SAT. And my brain could not figure that one out. It's I could not figure anything out, especially for English. English was my hardest class. The funny thing is, I speak English, but the reason being is English is, in my opinion, was meant for the other two for one learner, and that's it. One type of learner, auditory. And my eyes tend to do most of the learning. My ears tend to just I can learn through ears. It's just harder. I learn tactical, which is doing it, and visual. Those are like the two main ones. And then like I don't get much from my ears or even reading. Like, so I was thankful when I was a senior, my second semester, and I was starting to bring my grade up. So, because of what I did. Which, I mean, like, you would expect, I would understand, like, people, like, being like, oh, you're dumb. And I actually did feel like I was dumb in high school. All throughout school, I always thought, like, there's something wrong with me. There is something, like, I can't learn anything. I'm just dumb. And, so when I did that experiment to see what type of learner I am, and I did it just by myself, like, no one was around. I was in my bedroom, and that's when. Now, granted, I'm ADHD. So, yeah, I may have went and looked at their stuff. But still, I did get the work done. I did learn. And because for me, like, reading's never been my strong point. It never has. And I think it equates to what my sister yelled at me, telling me I have fetal alcohol syndrome. So that's another factor as to why I don't learn that easily, is because reading, even though reading apparently is a visual, it didn't do much for me. Like, I go on an Eve University wiki, and, like, I can't ever catch anything. Because my brain does not get I do not get the context. It takes me about a minute to get a joke. But for me, so like, I can read, okay? Eve Online, you type, and you have to read what other people are saying. And I don't have anything in my ear saying, this person said, shut up. Or this person said, jump, jump, jump. No, I read, jump, 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 and I'm like, jump. I read, go to this planet. I'll go to the planet. They won't say it. In fact, for one of my corps, they really do not use voice comms. If you don't know what voice comms is well, it is what it sounds like. You pretty much in games, you talk, it's like in third party you talk. So I use Discord for that. Discord, TeamSpeak, and Mumble. I have all 3 accounts. But that doesn't help me. Like, now I'm figuring out, like, I had to quit Eve University. And I am not a quitter, okay? Again, I am not. I had to figure out what type of learner I am. So that way I could soak up even the littlest thing that I needed to. Like, how was someone's hairstyle? It was in a ponytail. You get that? Like, just the details. And I would study the details and I would get them. And I do believe that in school, okay, I understand. I think there should be, like, school-approved channels for YouTube. Due to the fact that YouTube can be a very distracting place. I will admit it. I'll be the first to admit that. But that's how I learned a lot. And it's not because I'm stupid. I mean, I'm just slow. And so I tell everybody I'm slow. And most people are like, okay, you're fine. But I don't think they actually get the concept that I am slow. But actually the fastest way to learn, I'm just like every other learner. I just learn one specific way. Through these eyes and not reading. So, yeah, you can learn. Even if you're having troubles. My advice is, especially in high school, if you're struggling, especially in English, but you're doing all right in math, and you're doing all right in art, and stuff, turn to YouTube. Simple. You may actually end up with better grades than me. Than D's and F's. And it wasn't lack of trying. It was never lack of trying. Because I think my teachers actually saw that I was struggling and stuff. But they didn't know how to teach me. So I just went on YouTube. And it's not against the rules. Like, you can go to YouTube at home and watch that specific book. I think To Kill a Mockingbird might be on it. All the classics might actually be on YouTube. So just look it up. It's not hard to do. I do it all the time. You don't know that. So yeah, it is just advice. And sue me, I don't care. But that's what I did for high school. And it helped me a lot. I think I started making C's, actually. I think I was making C's. Which is progress. So, yeah. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And always remember, you can do what you set your mind to. Even if it's because of YouTube. Please, yeah. Bye!